Good evening, folks. Oh, excuse my flatulence. It's been a pretty shit night, isn't it? I've just been watching England playing Spain, or Spain playing England, as it was in Spain. What a crock of shit. We've gone 10 games unbeaten, and the press have made out it's such a big thing. We played bloody Moldova, Latvia and Slovakia, all the Eastern Bloc teams who are all part-timers. And we think it's great that we won 10 games in a row. So, the first game we play against a half-decent team. I wouldn't say Spain are the best in the world anymore. They're pretty decent. And what do? Play like a bunch of twats. And then you hear the excuses. You hear Joe Hart. Oh, the pitch was like a third division pitch. Spain played well on it. Scored 2 cracking goals. What did we do? Played like a bunch of pussies. But that sort of pales into the background when what else has happened tonight. If you've been watching the news this evening after the football, you'll see that we have a situation in France. France are playing Germany tonight, by the way, and they beat them 2-0. France-Germany, good result, fair play. But the pictures I've just seen, a lot of the crowd are standing on the pitch, they're all hugging each other and they're too shit scared to leave the stadium. And why? Because there's some synchronised attacks going on in Paris at the moment. From last reports, I'm watching the telly now, last reports were that 35 have been killed. There's 100 hostages in some nightclub. There's been reports of a grenade attack. So, and the thing that strikes me, and actually really annoys me, is that they're not committing to saying who's responsible. And they know damn well who's. I'll tell you who's responsible straight away. And God strike me down if I'm wrong. This is Islamists again. Or is it? Is it people who really believe in Islam? I don't think so. I think it's just an excuse to cause Mary hell. What do you think? Are they too politically correct to say or make an assumption of who it is? Am I being unpolitically correct by making an assumption? Well, I don't give a fuck whether I'm unpolitically correct. I ain't politically correct one little bit because it's bullshit. And you have to ask yourself why these sort of things are happening. And my opinion on it, I don't give a fuck whether you agree or not. It's a fact. Okay? Whatever you think is bullshit. What I think is right. We opened our borders. The whole of Europe is just... anyone can go wherever they like. So what the f*** do you expect? Do you really think all these pictures on the television of all these refugees coming over, with their children and how they're running away from war, they're wearing Nikes, they're wearing Converse t-shirts, they've got iPhones. Now, while I don't begrudge them having those luxuries, everyone should be allowed to have an iPhone. If you've got an Android, you shit. But it just makes you wonder. It's all isn't it? And you know it's all but by not agreeing with it and not saying, oh, we should look after everyone, and then moan that our NHS is overburdened and our infrastructure can't handle it, which it can't. I don't really know what to say anymore. I was on a wave there, but I've had enough. I've just had enough. I was going to do another rant tonight, but that one will make me even more angry. But I'll tell you what, you watch the telly in the morning, you'll see that this has been carried out by Islam extremists or whatever the they want to be called. There was a celebration tonight on television, or I saw it was a celebration. The way, Cameron was smug and the Americans are smug. They've killed Jihadi John. Jihadi John. I mean, you give him a name. You give him publicity. You give ISIS publicity. Duh. Just don't give them publicity, you retards. Don't put it on the telly. Enough said, really. I just hope it don't get too much worse for the French tonight. I'm not a French lover. I'm English. But you don't want to see none of that. World's night night.